year. The key question with Larry Bird, they were in a hard cap in the NBA. And when you look at this and bringing it back home, Adam Silver, Asia Wilson, Angel Reese, Breanna Stewart, who are the superstars of the WNBA, but especially for Caitlin because she has such brand marketing deals, probably averaging $30 to $50 million a year. The Bird rights gives a team an opportunity to re-sign its best player and not be restricted by the cap.
Larry Bird never says anything unless he truly wants to. The three-time NBA champion, the Hall of Famer, the man whose steely gaze once quieted crowds, and the man who turned trash into an art form. Bird has become into a living legend who seldom ever shows his face, much less talks in public, in an age of non-stop criticism. However, everything changed in a single, astonishing instant. Because just 2 minutes ago, on live television, Larry Bird approached Caitlin Clark, snatched the microphone from her, and said something that rocked the sports world. And Caitlin Clark's response: "Quick favor before we move on. If you value this content, think about donating this video."
And put an understanding out, because with Caitlin and what the players and the collective bargaining agreement are negotiating, folks, I'm wondering if it's the best fit for the top players of the WNBA. CBA agreements, the collective bargaining agreement is coming up. They're going to have an intense meeting for All-Star Weekend. And I wanted to bring this up for Caitlin Clark and the Larry Bird rights rule. And we'll start from a revenue perspective as Caitlin leads the league in revenue. Where am I going with this? It wouldn't make sense to have a contract for Caitlin Clark.
To believe it, you have to see it. Let's go back in time. The interview was meant to be a standard one. With 28 points, 10 assists, and a dagger three-pointer that had the home fans in a frenzy, Clark had just guided the Indiana Fever to a tough comeback victory. Everything appeared normal when the post-game interviewer complimented her leadership and inquired about her rapport with teammates, but then the audience began to yell louder than it had during the evening. The legend and Indiana icon Larry Bird, whose name is woven into the fabric of basketball history, emerged from the tunnel. With his gaze fixed on Caitlin Clark, he walked directly in the direction of the broadcast table. She didn't notice at first. As always, she was cordial, grinning, and responding to inquiries. However, the interviewer cut off mid-sentence. The cameras made a wide cut. Everyone in the crowd was alert. Caitlin turned to look at him. She froze. No, in amazement rather than terror. A man who hardly ever appears in public, Larry Bird, was approaching her directly. The atmosphere shifted. Everybody sensed it. The subsequent events weren't planned or practiced. It was unprocessed. It was genuine. Larry approached, carefully removed the microphone from Clark's grasp, and peered into the camera. His next statement will be discussed for years to come. He added in a quiet, deep, and thoughtful voice, "I've been watching for a long time. And this is unlike anything I've ever seen. She is authentic. I haven't seen a tougher player since the 1980s. Furthermore, I refuse to remain silent while others attempt to discredit her."
Gasping.
After a moment of complete silence, the audience erupted. Bird wasn't merely praising her performance. He was making a declaration, a defense, and a caution. He was entering the flames. Not for himself, but for Caitlin Clark, the rookie who has consistently shown up to games despite being jeered, hacked, questioned, and written off. In response, Clark covered her face. She shook her head, her lips quivered, and then, for the first time on live television, Caitlin Clark sobbed. It wasn't because she was weak or overwhelmed, but rather because she had just received the torch from someone who defined Indiana basketball and understood the weight of greatness. Bird wasn't finished. He stated that she doesn't require protection. She certainly deserves respect, though. You are not watching the game if you are unable to provide her with that. You are keeping an eye on your own fears.
Boom.
There is no corporate spin or sanitized language, just classic Larry Bird cutting that is unscripted, straightforward, and obvious. He returned the microphone to Clark. She dabbed at her eyes. Stunned. The interviewer just moved aside. And in that instant, the ancient and the modern clashed in a way that seemed greater than basketball, without a script, a logo, or a marketing pitch. Because this is the reality. No rookie in WNBA history has faced the kind of pressure that Caitlin Clark has. Every action she took was scrutinized as soon as she set foot on the court. Every foul she committed was disregarded, and every word was repeated. She made headlines with every foul. While being pulled through the chaos of the league's past, she came to represent the league's future. She never cracked, though. Larry Bird noticed that, and he respected it, in contrast to many in the media. Bird understands what it's like to be despised for being exceptional, to enter unfriendly environments and use jumpers to quiet audiences, to have all of your words distorted. Your self-assurance was misinterpreted as conceit. He saw more than just a star in Caitlin. He spotted a kindred spirit, a basketball soul who speaks her mind, plays to win, and doesn't play the game correctly in order to appease others. Bird's public endorsement was more than just sentimental. It was calculated. Because this wasn't merely a show of respect. It was a move of power. Clark has distinguished himself by being authentic at a time when a lot of athletes are controlled, filtered, and sanitized. And because of her genuineness, she has become a target. Some have referred to her as overrated, informed that she is stealing the show. Depending on who is speaking, they are accused of being too loud, too privileged, too white, and too arrogant. However, Bird doesn't give a damn about any of that. Hoopers are important to him. Caitlin Clark is also a hooper. Bird's message was unambiguous. She is a part of it. She is among us. You also don't understand it if you don't see it. Social media went crazy following the episode. In a matter of minutes, Larry and Caitlin were popular. NBA players from the past spoke up. Legends expressed their support via tweets. Birds don't speak for influence. One post was read, "She is the truth, if that is what he said." Another, "The WNBA is maturing at this point." Even those who had previously attacked Clark hesitated. Because you have to stop talking and pay attention when Larry Legend talks. The league reacted nearly right away. The WNBA uploaded a complete video of the event to all platforms in a matter of hours. No edits or trims. It had received more than 20 million views by morning. Sponsors got in touch. The Fever's next 5 home games were all sold out. An exclusive Legend X rookie crossover ad was revealed by Nike. In only 4 minutes, a limited edition jersey with Bird's signature and Clark's number sold out online. More significantly, though, the tone shifted. Sniping by pundits ceased. Nitpicking by analysts ceased. Because Bird had made it unfashionable to despise her, even Clark's sharpest detractors softened. There was no need for Caitlin Clark to clap back. For her, Larry Bird did it. And the weight of decades was in his words. Since this was more than a soundbite, it was a realization, a proclamation, and a change of direction. Bird expressed what millions of people were thinking when he stood up. Allow the child to play. Let her mature and quit behaving as though being exceptional is a crime. For the remainder of the game, Clark appeared lighter and more liberated. Her smile came back. She scored 14 points in the fourth quarter alone while playing with joy and fury. Reporters questioned her about Bird's astonishment in the locker room. "I didn't expect it," she replied, her voice trembling. "But if Larry Bird thinks I belong, then I'm done doubting myself." That line, worthy of a tattoo. Caitlin Clark is shattering barriers in addition to records. She is not requesting preferential treatment. She is requesting justice. And at last, someone with the guts to halt the world and pay attention gave her the respect she deserved. Although it wasn't only Larry Bird standing up for a young player, it will go down in sports history as one of the most potent cross-generational handoffs ever. It was Larry Bird standing up for the game's future. Additionally, Caitlin Clark is using both hands to carry it forward. Click the like button and remember to subscribe if you believe in the power of unadulterated truth and in legends recognizing legends. Get a dime? We'll see you in the upcoming.